up, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Pop for This. We are your hosts. I am Machi, the ring geek.
Gil the guillotine.
Mackenzie the Total Hill.
And yeah,
Is
this
that
week's
the
episode, we got a very special episode today. We are going to be talking about the fallout and our reactions from WrestleMania, both nights of WrestleMania. So be sure that you hit that like button, like, subscribe, follow, comment. Before we get into it, we've got a quick word from our sponsor, our official partner, Cookies by Clark.
Cookies by Clark. Founded in 2015, our passion for fitness and health led to the creation of delicious, health-conscious baked goods. We believe in keeping things simple, with limited, quality ingredients that we feel good about feeding to our own family. Specializing in cookies, as well as offering brownies, we proudly provide gluten-free and vegan options for everyone to enjoy. Every purchase helps support our small family-owned business, and we truly appreciate your support. So please, visit us on Instagram at Cookies by Clark, the official cookie of the Pop for This podcast. Cookies by Clark, the best cookie in the world for the best podcast in the world.
And that's Cookies by Clark, our official partner. So, yeah, boys, WrestleMania. Hell of an event for good reasons, bad reasons. But yeah, let's get started. Let's talk about these matches. I want to start. I want to start with a bang. So let's start the conversation off with Oba v Brock.
mm-hmm.
Thoughts? I'll open it up to you guys. What do you guys think?
I thought it was amazing. I love the way they started it with the strengths battle. You can't push
Mm,
me. I could push you. That was awesome. And Brock did the right thing. I wasn't expecting that for Brock, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting that for Brock. There was a meme that said, "Did you?" I don't know if one of you sent it, but someone wrote, put something up. Triple H was on the phone calling Brock. He said, "Yo, I need you to tap to Gunther," and then that's when they show the picture of Brock putting up his, his boots and laces, saying, "I quit."
that's
I
funny.
was like, "That's pretty funny," but
That's
Oba
hilarious.
Oba looks amazing, dude.
That's
Like there's no
hilarious.
stopping him, and I loved every minute of it. I thought it was amazing, and it was a decent match. It was a decent match. It was a power match, but I like how Brock ended it. I like that Oba's over. You couldn't even hear anything because they were chanting Oba, Oba throughout the whole match.
It was
So
awesome.
A-okay for me.
Yeah, I co-sign. This match was amazing. If you look at the whole picture from the build to the match to the retirement, this was perfect.
Mhm.
Um, I think this may be like the best retirement ever. He had a great last match at WrestleMania, putting over the new star that's gonna be the face of the company for the next 20 years. It was
Yeah.
perfect. It was perfect, and I like the fact that it was the whole feud was a complete squash. That's how much that's how much Brock believes in this kid. That's how much he's gonna give to this company. And if you look back, every great top talent Brock has put over. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, um,
Now Oba.
Obafemi,
Now Oba.
Obafemi, Kurt Angle, Eddie Guerrero,
hmm hmm
so
hmm
I salute Brock. And as for Oba, dude, it's like everybody knows it already.
Written.
Everybody it's
Written.
already his company.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
crazy. It's like it's already his company.
yeah. I think we said it the next day that when when WWE is hitting on all cylinders, this is what they put out, this kind of thing. Because the build, and I was shocked because Oba just looked strong throughout and never at any point gave ground to Brock in any way, shape, or form. Um, I actually really liked the match. I thought it told such a great story. Um, Brock was like, all right, I see an opportunity. Maybe I could hurt him. And he got him outside. But once they got back in the ring, and Oba was able to lay hands on him. It was like, all right, 3 moves and you're done. That ring uppercut in the corner, the choke slam, and the fall from grace, and that was it. And I love that even Obafemi, like when they counted the 3 even, he looked shocked. His eyes were like, oh shit. Because it's like, and as he's walking up that ramp and Brock is taking his shit off, I'm thinking to myself, does anybody understand what Obafemi just did? Does anybody understand what WWE just did for Obafemi?
Nope.
Because
what Brock Lesnar did for Obafemi.
Yeah, this is what Brock did. Yeah, this is
huge.
One of, if not the greatest put over jobs I've ever seen.
Yes, I agree.
The greatest.
I mean, nothing. Maybe I'll think of something later, but nothing is jumping out to me. Nothing.
This is the man that beat the streak of the Undertaker.
Yeah.
How many
Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar's been beaten clean by less than 10 people. I think the amount of people beating him clean is like on one hand, to be perfectly honest.
People talk about how many times Roman Reigns has main evented WrestleMania. How many times Brock Lesnar has main evented WrestleMania?
That's a good question.
It's got to be up there. It's got to be up there.
We talk about Gunther retiring these people. What a retirement tour. This might single-handedly be the greatest retirement. It was unexpected.
So there's no pressure. There's no pressure.
There's no pressure. And the story made so much sense that it's like, and we thought because he was getting his ass beat all the couple of weeks, well, no, we were wrong because WWE likes to play with our hearts and pull our heartstrings. But this was perfect only because, no, you can't beat me. You're done, bro. And in that last, what's his move called again?
Fall from grace. The sit out power.
What a perfect name for that move.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Like, you couldn't have written something better. It's crazy. So
perfect.
I thought it was perfect. It was perfect.
That match was the equivalent of Brock Lesnar walking up to Hulk Hogan and telling him, the party's over, Grandpa. Go home.
Yeah, like that's it. It's done.
That's
to the
exactly
point. To the point where I know we're skipping ahead, but Monday Night Raw, all he did was come out and say, "The ruler, the conqueror is here." I'm like,
that's all you need to say.
You don't even need to speak anymore. You're good.
Don't forget how long were they cheering, son? They couldn't even talk.
Crazy,
bro.
I
can't remember the last time I saw somebody and was like,
Daniel Bryan.
This is the guy.
Daniel
Bryan, as far as cheers, yeah. But as far as like the last time I saw somebody, it was like, this man is inevitable. He is undeniable. I can't remember the last time I saw somebody.
Yeah.
Like that. But so yeah, kudos WWE, kudos Brock Lesnar, kudos Obafemi. That was perfect.
The whole thing.
Moving on.
All right, so the next match we're going to highlight is the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, with Penta winning over, who was it? It was Javon Evans, Rusev, JD McDonough, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee to retain, for Penta to retain the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, what do you guys think?
This match was awesome. Like, it's definitely a match that you would put, like, if it's not first or second match, to get everybody juices flowing. It was nonstop action. Shout out to Penta. That Shao Kahn mask was crazy. Coming out, that shit was hard. And bro, Penta's a superhero. Every part of Penta is entertaining. From the way he looks, from his entrance, that walk he does, his wrestling. Yo, they're pushing Penta all the way, and they should definitely do that, bro. Penta's awesome.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Javon Evans, but as the match was going on, and Javon was doing his thing. Everybody did their thing at that match.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to JD McDonough. he took some crazy bumps.
His bump,
He's
yo,
That
always
Mexican
taking
destroyer.
crazy bumps. He's
on
That
always taking
Mexican
crazy
destroyer,
bumps.
bro.
on that was wild, bro. Shout out to
Yeah,
Rusev. His big ass
yeah.
did his thing in that match.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like,
And
Everybody did their thing.
yo.
Everybody did their thing.
now the thing that I liked about that, WWE has a strict no pile driver, rule. But for whatever reason, Penta just avoids that shit. But the way he does the move, because the Mexican Destroyer, that's really all it is. It's a flipping
Mhm.
pile driver. The way he does the move, the way guys sell it, how safe he is, but how believable he makes it look. Penta's awesome. He's got two
Yeah.
finishers that look like you'll die from them. The Penta
Yeah.
driver and the Mexican Destroyer are both
That Mexican
brutal.
Destroyer looks crazy.
It
When he
really
caught
does.
when he caught Javon Evans, that was awesome.
Yo,
That was awesome.
and Javon
J-
Evans arrived last night. Javon Evans was, rather
Jesus.
on Sunday night. He was awesome. That OG cutter was
Oh,
That
crazy.
he gave to
How the
Rusev.
hell?
Rusev off of the top,
Yo,
like that
yo,
was
yeah.
wild, bro.
I thought the ladder match was great. I
Sometimes,
thought it was really, really good. WWE's had a couple of really good ladder matches for the IC belt. I don't know if you
Mhm.
remember the year after Daniel Bryan won the undisputed title or whatever. The opening match at the next WrestleMania was a ladder match for the IC belt that Daniel Bryan won. And that one was great. This match was reminiscent to me of that. But yeah, I thought it was just a great match. Well done.
Yeah,
sometimes, some.
saying all that, that match looked like it hurt.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna
it's a
mention that
fact.
sometimes it scares the hell out of me because
Mhm.
some of those bumps when they
Woo!
fall, this is the ladder and this is where they're falling. I'm like, his head is gonna hit the ladder. Like
Yeah.
they're falling right. I'm like, what is going on here? And I'll tell you guys one other thing. We were talking about this. I was trying to get my kid, my son, he's two guys, pop for this. But I got home. I got home just in time I got home earlier, but like he got to see some of that ladder match, and I
Mhm.
think it's happening. I think he's getting into wrestling because
He's
he
like,
Oh
saw
boy.
it when it was Dragon Lee and Penta in the ring, which was crazy sequence that
Oh
those
yeah.
two were doing, and he saw them go. I was like, and I'm telling him, you have to climb up the ladder to get. He was like, what? Is that guy a dragon, Dada? I'm like, yeah.
All right. That's
But
awesome.
that's how fire that match was, dude. It was an amazing match.
Yeah, that was great.
And I'm glad Pento won. I was gonna give it to
yeah.
JD. My original prediction was JD,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
well deserved.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so moving on. The next match we're gonna highlight is Seth Rollins versus Gunther,
The
our
goat.
boy.
The
I'd like
goat.
to, yeah, I'd like to lead off with this one, start off with this one.
Mhm.
While I don't think it was the match of the weekend, I do think it was definitely the match of the night. Um, Seth and Gunther told a great, great story. Braun Breaker's interference, I thought, made perfect sense. It sets up that next feud. Gunther is able to get the victory, look strong, move on to whatever it is he's going to move on to next. You set up your Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker feud, which is the money feud when it comes
Mhm.
to everything. He said that he was going to destroy the Vision, and he still has to destroy the Vision because guess what? Paul Heyman, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and Braun Breaker are all still together. The Vision is still together. So that mission still has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I like the way this match set it up. I thought the match itself was excellent. I do think they could have. I think there was another level, another gear they could have hit, and in that sense, it was kind of disappointing. But the match itself was not disappointing. I thought it was really, really great. And for me, the best part of it, honestly, was what it sets up going forward. WWE doesn't get to usually put a bow on things like this quickly, but it was really good, really quick, really succinct. The feud was brief. It's what it needed to be. The match was exactly what it needed to be. And moving forward, I think they're able to move forward with both guys in clean directions without any leftover bullshit.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Um, Braun Breaker's involvement it was just what was the cherry on top because that was the if I'm being honest, because I'm being biased. I'm such a Seth Rollins fan. That's the only way I wanted him to win or lose, I should say.
Mm.
But it
Cosign.
does.
Cosign.
That's the only way I wanted him to lose.
Cosign.
Like I know,
Agree.
and like you said, the story was great. And to me, yeah, I mean, Gunther, you're great, but you're not a Seth yet. I'm sorry, buddy. You know what I mean?
Not
I'm
that,
sorry.
No
buddy.
one is
So
Seth
like,
Rollins.
exactly.
No.
So I thought it was perfect. It just fuels his fire for the vision even more. And now they got a juiced up Braun Breaker with a pissed off Seth Rollins. This is gonna be
Hmm.
money. So, and I don't. Speaking of Gunther, it kind of keeps it open ended to what's Gunther gonna do now. He gave that interview saying that he's going for a title, but which direction, and he's going
Hmm.
out on. He's going in that direction on top. So
Yeah.
Yeah. This feud came out of nowhere, but I think it was perfect. Feuds don't have to be long.
They don't.
Sometimes having a long feud is the reason why they suck.
just get to the point.
This match saved night one. Um, and
Yeah.
this before this match, it didn't even feel like it was WrestleMania. This match made it feel like it was WrestleMania. From the way Seth Rollins' entrance, his jacket was smoke was coming out of it. Did you see his
Yeah.
eyes?
His
And
eyes
did you
were
see the
red.
part
Yeah.
where he took off? Like you didn't see his
Yeah,
eyes
he went like
changed,
this.
and he just
Yeah.
was able to take it off. That's crazy.
That was
It was just
crazy.
crazy. It was just crazy.
I like how it took Matt long to realize, is that smoke coming from his jacket?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
yeah. It was dope, and the match was amazing. The feud made sense because um Gunther is known as the ring general. Seth is going around saying that he's the best. So if I'm the ring general, how can I let this guy go around saying that he's the best?
Exactly.
Same way Seth went to Cody and said, "Nah, son, if you're QB, then what the hell am I? Because I'm the best. I've been holding down this company for like 15 years on my back, bro. So what are you saying?" So yeah, I thought with the feud was perfect. Braun Breaker coming back. That sets up the next chapter, and they can always have a rematch with Gunther and Seth. I'm looking forward to that. A rematch with Gunther and
Seth is not
Seth.
going to let it
Yeah.
go. That's one of the things I
Yeah.
love about him. He knows
He
he's the best, so he
remembers.
stays right here.
Yeah.
It's a Rolodex. Like you
Yep.
got one on, I got one on, you got one on me. I'm coming for mine.
Exactly. Let me
you
handle
know,
the vision.
let me
Let me
handle
handle the
this.
vision. Then I'm
Yep.
coming for you,
And it
son.
might even be when Gunther has a title, which would be crazy. you
When
know.
he has the heavyweight championship.
hmm
Yo, the next stage of WWE could be awesome. Could
hmm
be awesome. The next four WrestleManias could be crazy if they just do it right. Moving
I
on.
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah, but it was an
he
awesome match. It
said
was an
moving
awesome
on.
match.
All right, so moving on, the next match we're going to be looking at is Liv Morgan and Stephanie VAQUER. Now, the match was very short,
Hmm
7 minutes, but I think what they were able to do in that 7 minutes was very entertaining. It was, and the right one went over. I think Stephanie, they tried it and they just weren't able to hit with her booking. I think towards the end of this feud, they got a better handle on what they need to do with Stephanie VAQUER. So I'm encouraged with how she's gonna, how things are gonna work out going forward. But Liv needed to win, especially now looking back at it, like she needed to win that belt and what she can do with it. Um, it's the best place for it right now. Liz is one of the very few women on the roster who can really, really talk.
hmm
Yeah.
If you really think about
hmm
it,
After
like
Becky's
there's
her
Becky
and her.
and there's
Right.
everybody else. I think AJ's really good, but AJ's not always there. And she's
Yeah.
probably going to be gone again. But I do think
Yeah.
when she's around, AJ's up there too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, there aren't a lot of
Charlotte
women
has her
who can
moments. Charlotte
Charlotte
has her
has a moment,
moments.
and Bailey,
sometimes.
Bailey sometimes. Bailey's
Yeah.
too much, kind of a goofball. If
But
that
hmm
makes sense, if you know what I'm talking about, like.
Billy can
But
wrestle her
Liv,
ass
for
off.
me, is consistent.
Yeah.
Like
hmm
Liv is one of the few females who, honestly, she can get a feud over with her mic work. And I think this match proved that she can also get it over with with her wrestling. She really, really wrestled a solid match. I hated how short it was, but that's a universal complaint about this past WrestleMania. A title match should not be 7 minutes. If there's anything bad I could say about it, is that. And that feels like borderline disrespectful, especially to these two. And women have, especially the last few years, had more prominent spotlights in WrestleMania. I feel like this year they got a little pushed to the side, but the match was good and the right person won.
Dude,
Go ahead.
dude, Liv and Rhea, there's Shawn Michaels and Brett. There's Stone Cold and The Rock. The way this story ended this year for them, with Liv coming back from an injury and just taking over the Judgment Day, winning the Royal Rumble, going to WrestleMania, becoming champion, dropping a music video, and performing me
Trouble,
on the way to the
That was a cool
on the way
entrance.
to the ring. Yo, Liv is on top of the female division. I think Rhea lost the step. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it has to do that she went to the tag team division, or maybe they weren't trying to get people to that point where people were going to reject her like they're doing with Cody Rhodes right now. So they didn't push her as hard. They didn't put her in the main event this year as they usually do. But Liv is killing it this year,
She is.
and she's hungry. She is. She has some Shawn Michaels in her. Like
Absolutely.
her characteristics, and she wrestled her ass off too. I'd never
Yeah.
noticed how good of a wrestler that Liv was until I saw that match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
She showed out. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
She did her thing.
One of
I'm
my
looking forward
favorite
to, yeah.
one of my favorite things about being a fan for as long as we've been fans is watching these people come in. We talked about this before. I remember Liv. I didn't
Hmm.
When we first saw Liv, I didn't think she'd be up to here. How are you ever gonna know, right?
This
So
little thing
like
from NXT. Yeah.
little things, and I remember them showing clips when Riddle was there,
Yeah.
and Riddle, it was, I think it was one of those 24/7 things,
Hmm.
and Riddle, and as when he was beefing with Randy, I think, and Riddle was training, and every scene he was training, he was teaching Liv.
Yeah.
Live.
And I'm like, wow, okay. So, and I just love her trajectory. Like, she busted her ass. Triple H has said it. Stephanie said it in that interview that she did. Like, you've been here, you've been doing this. So I'm like, she wants this, and I think she's at the point where she's becoming her. This is the Liv Morgan. That's the Liv
Yeah.
Morgan. That's it. This is
Like this is
her.
her
Stone
prime. This is her.
Cold, Raw. Yep. That's Liv Morgan. There's no other side character. This is her. You
You
And
know.
know,
she,
her whole
Yeah.
thing is watch me, right? Like
Yeah.
she's in her watch me phase
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
That's
Absolutely.
that's exactly where she's at.
Yeah.
and
And I
she's
love to
and
see
she's
it.
loving it. She's loving
She's
it.
having the time of her life. You can feel it. You can see it. You know what I mean? And it just, it's great. And she can wrestle her ass off. And uh the match itself, I really enjoyed it. I think the right person won. I don't blame Stephanie VAQUER for this, but I do
Yeah,
blame
no,
WWE. And I also think the language barrier, same as like the Kabuki Warriors and Los Garza, kind of hindered her just a little bit in a talking feud with a Liv Morgan. I
Mhm.
felt like Liv Morgan used her mom just to show how angry and how visceral Stephanie VAQUER could get, where
Mhm.
she, you know what I mean? So like sometimes
yeah.
reading the subtitles is a little too much. So I agree with you 100%, Mark. I think this is going to lead to her doing other bigger things, but Liv, perfect win, perfect match, perfect run. I love it.
Rhea and Liv
Yep.
is gonna main event WrestleMania.
Oh yeah. They might do Night of Champions.
That feud is gonna
See.
go far.
Yep.
Their history is crazy. But what's the next match, Mark?
The next match, the next match we got on the list. Sammy versus Trick. For the U.S. title, obviously, with Trick Williams winning. I don't know. I got some mixed feelings on this match. I'll let you guys I'll let you guys have at it to begin with.
Bro,
Go
go
ahead.
Gil. Go
No,
Gil.
no, no. Go ahead.
This was a disappointing match. This was a disappointing match.
I think I was. Who's gonna say it first?
Um, God has opened my eyes. Um, I feel like Sammy did all the work in this match, and Sammy carried Trick in this match. I didn't realize how bad of a wrestler Trick, how bad of a wrestler Trick is. I'm sorry, like he was awful. I think he had like one offensive move. Maybe I gotta watch the match again, but like it felt like Sammy was doing all the work. It was like this wasn't even a back and forth match. It was just Sammy beating him up for like the whole match, doing mad offensive moves. He must have did one move, then out of nowhere he does his finisher, and that's the match. Mind you, the match is mad short.
Yeah.
And where do you put Sammy now?
I don't know, man.
I
I
think they're
don't know,
just.
man.
I think we're all in denial. There is no push coming, Gil. There is no push coming, Mark. This is what he is. We're gonna use him to get new talent over.
That's what I had said. I said this a while ago. I've said it several times here on the show. Um, taking the belt off of Sammy and making him a heel and all that. It's you know, it's only going to work, or fans are only going to accept it if that ends up in a world title reign or in a world title win somewhere along the way. Because if you just had Sammy lose just so you could turn him heel, or just so you could have him put other guys over, then what was even the point? What story are you even telling? You're telling a story of somebody who perseveres, and then when he gets to the big moment, he continuously fails. Continuously. I think they've done a lot of damage to Sammy in that regard. Sammy will always be beloved and he'll always be respected because he can wrestle his ass off. He's got a connection with the fans. But I don't know how much longer fans will take him seriously. I don't.
Yeah.
Even as somebody who puts over new talent, like, yeah, he put over new talent, but like you have never even won a world title. So even a win over Sammy, it's gonna get to a point where that don't mean much. So Trick needed to win, in my opinion. I don't know why they didn't just go through with the double turn, or rather, not that Trick needed to win. Sammy needed to win more than Trick, I think. I think they should have done the double turn with Sammy. Even if you have Trick win, have Sammy attack him after the bell, like brutally beat the shit out of him. And you turn Sammy heel. Trick Williams, I mean, he kind of is a face with the reaction he gets anyway. But, I just feel like it was just a huge missed opportunity for
And then you
WWE.
got, they filmed Sammy sitting next to the announcer's desk, sitting on the floor, on like pouting and shit like that, while Trick is celebrating in the ring. I'm like, yo, what are we doing right now?
Um, I think Sammy should have. I think Sammy should have won that match. Um, yeah, I don't. I'm at a loss because I think it does. I don't. It's like Oba. That wasn't a title match. That was a dominant match, right? Like you could have still did something like that with Trick. And I don't mind Trick having the title, but not at Sammy's expense. Not at this point, because I completely agree with Mark. Like you're walking a fine line here, WWE, and I'm a
Yeah.
Sami Zayn fan, and maybe this means calm down those emotional. I will be champion one day if you're
Yeah,
not gonna do that. Like calm it down. Like
stop.
do something else because
Stop saying
real
that.
right
Stop saying that.
do
Because that's
something
like the whole
like
thing with Drew.
Oh.
They already highlighted, you're 0-11 against Drew. But even before that, when he was going up against Roman Reigns, they were pointing at the fact like, oh, Sammy can't win the big one. So that's two major
It's
feuds
just like,
where they're
come
pointing
on.
out that Sammy can't win the big one. Then he goes to WrestleMania against Trick Williams, and what happens? He can't win the big one. It's like the next time Sammy challenges for anything important, I don't think he's gonna win shit.
Yeah, so
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so I remember that. I remember that, Mark, when he was beefing with Drew, and they were like, "Yo, you're
Oh,
0-11."
and 11.
yeah, like, yeah. Oh,
And
I was
then
like,
11 against Drew.
and then they have a match, and Drew proceeds to beat the shit out of him.
Destroy Sammy.
destroyed him
Like,
on the mat.
damn.
Now he's 12-0.
Like,
So
damn, bro.
I don't
He
know
obliterated this man.
I keep holding on to this thought that they're
Yo.
trying to do something where Sammy needs someone else because he's a heel now. But you guys might know where I'm trying to lead to this, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Or KO?
Yeah. Because he needs a dirtbag. He needs like a big. Obviously, you're trying to convince me that he can't beat bigger guys than him.
Yeah.
Ever. He beat
Dude.
Gunther. All right, cool. That was. But he almost killed you that match, and you can't get
Yeah.
any. Apparently, bigger than Gunther, you can't win.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, man. But I don't. I wasn't that big a fan of that match.
Sammy might be bloodline bound because it looks like they're putting the band back together.
Please. I don't want to talk about that fucking shit. Anyway, next
Jesus,
match.
Mark. Jesus, Mark.
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay, next match, Mark. Your blood pressure. Remember your blood
We're not.
pressure, Mark.
My blood pressure is, my blood pressure is actually immaculate, except when certain stupid scenarios are fucking mentioned, okay? Sami Zayn, the bloodline. Please don't. Jesus. Anyway.
Mark's not feeling Uzi right now.
No, I'm not feeling Uzi.
He's definitely not
anyway.
gonna feel Uzi when that shit happens. For real.
So yeah, next match we're looking at Rhea Ripley versus Jade.
Hit it, Gil.
Best...
Hit it, Gil.
All right, ring pops.
Go ahead.
Ring pops. You guys know how we feel about Jade Cargill.
Gil loves Jade Cargill.
I think I secretly want to marry Jade Cargill.
Yeah,
that's why I hate
wrestling
so
skills.
much.
For her wrestling skills.
Yeah,
she's lovely
exactly.
to look at. She's lovely to look at.
Remember in elementary school, you would punch the girl in the face.
That you really
I
like?
don't know about punching a girl in the face.
All right, Gil. I don't know about.
I like you.
I used to leave notes, but punches to that. Yeah.
But actually, this is gonna give her flowers for that match. I personally think she did good. I went into it I didn't even start. I went into it like completely like I don't even want to see this.
I don't care.
I don't care at all.
Yeah.
And she did good, for a one-on-one against a real Ripley. She pulled out some moves, and obviously the right person won. But I have that. Basically, I'm saying I haven't lost complete and utter hope for a Jade Cargill. And maybe one day, Jade, if you play your cards right, young lady, you won't be on the flop 5 anymore.
Exactly.
It's a good start. But congratulations, Rhea. Well-deserved win.
Rhea gave her best match.
Yeah.
I think that's the best Jade match I've ever seen.
Since AEW.
Now that's the best match of her wrestling career.
Of her life.
I think they're still trying to figure her out, Give her some time. And she could be the Goldberg of this division. She doesn't have to have long 30-minute, 25-minute match. She can have short, impactful matches and stuff like that.
Someone said she's like Lex Luger, the Lex Luger. I was like, oh, that's a good one too. Because Lex Luger came out, he was like, yeah. But then he was like, whoa, you can't wrestle, you just body slam.
Yeah. Lex Luger was whack.
He was
they never figured out Lex Luger. They never figured out Lex Luger.
Never, but
wow. So y'all know I'm a huge football fan, and in football there are guys who they go to the combine for athletic testing, and their 40-yard dash time is ridiculous, and their
Mhm.
vertical leap is ridiculous, and their bench press is crazy, and they look the part, and
Mhm.
then they have these 10-year NFL careers where they never reach their potential.
Nope.
Never. They'll be on a few teams. They might be a starter, on certain teams, but they never reach their full potential. They're
Mhm.
never, ever, ever nearly as good as you think they are. You think they're going to be Hall of Fame bound, and they're not. They're just solid throughout their career. And I'm giving Jade that's high praise because I don't even think she's solid. That's what I think Jade Cargill is, though. I think she is traits. I think she is qualities. But
Yep.
I don't think, and Mackenzie, God bless your heart, I don't think they're ever going to figure her out, bro.
Really?
She has been in
Wow.
two major
Major
promotions.
companies, yeah.
First of all,
How old
if
is
you don't learn,
she?
if you
How
don't
old
know,
is
if you
she?
don't, I don't care how old she is. She could be 22. She ain't figuring that shit out. If you don't learn how to wrestle from people like Daniel Bryan and Swerve and Hangman and being around
Mhm.
guys like Kenny Omega and Mercedes Moné and Willow and Hikaru Shida and Mina Shirakawa in AEW, you can't learn how to wrestle there. You ain't learning that shit here in WWE. That's for damn sure. And she has not gotten better in WWE with her wrestling either. She hasn't. She hasn't. This match was RHEA. It was good because it was against RHEA. So I will give credit to Jade for being present during this match and for her holding her own. But I think it was a very special circumstance. I do not think this is something that we should expect from Jade Cargill on any kind of a
Wow.
regular basis. I don't.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't. I don't believe in her. I don't. I've seen too many Ahmed Johnsons. I've seen too many
Christopher
Kozlovs. I've seen too many Lex
Oswald.
Lugers. Yeah,
Yeah.
too many Chris Masters. I've
Yeah.
seen too many of these types of wrestlers. Too many of them. And I just don't think Jade is ever going to figure it out.
Can you
That being
You
imagine?
said,
you didn't like the Master Lock?
so please
Dumbass move.
give me a break, stupid ass
If
move.
if imagine if Jade Cargill had the mentality of a Liv Morgan and said, "Yo, I'm not that big, but I love this shit, and I'm gonna bust my ass and be the best at it." Can you
Like,
imagine? That's what I think. That's where Mark's going. Like that's what you should be doing that because you are already a monster. Look at you.
Maybe she
Just
doesn't love it.
learn, huh?
Maybe she doesn't love it. You don't have to love your job.
Well,
she
she
don't
talked
need to.
about how she's already rich and shit,
That's
so
the,
maybe she really
yes,
doesn't.
she is. Yo, Jade Cargill, okay, is married to Brandon Phillips. He played baseball at a high level. He's retired with like 40, $50 million. That's her man. That's her husband. So
I
she
know.
don't need it.
Yeah.
Jade, and to me, Jade has never come off as hungry. Liv,
Yeah,
Liv is hungry.
hungry. That's what I'm
Because
Liv
saying,
is
though.
yeah.
hungry.
Yeah.
Liv is hungry. Even Stephanie, like, was she presented the best? No, her booking wasn't great, but she's hungry. She comes off as hungry. Even Rhea comes off as hungry, you know?
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I'm glad Rhea won. It would be great if this was something, signs of something great to come for Jade. But I don't think it is. I'll be honest.
Jade, if Bianca Belair and Naomi didn't leave, I think Jade Cargill, they would have been perfect. Not as a faction or anything, but just circle her around those girls.
Have them
Those
working
two
with them.
girls.
Yeah.
Those are the two most athletic females, period, I've seen they're up there with Charlotte and Io for me
Yeah.
up there. Like they don't have bad matches, so I like the idea of those three being together because those are great trainers for her. Like, yo, get your head right, bro. Like, I'm just as strong as you. I may not have the abs, but like, I come in practice every other day. I want to learn how to do this flip move. I want to know how to do this thing. Like be like, you know what I mean? So I think, unfortunately for Jade, that was really unfortunate for her because those two they should have stuck her with them longer, even if they're feuding, whatever. But be here with them for a year,
Yeah.
learn.
Yeah. One
So
thing I will say that I like coming out of this is that um Rhea is set up for really, really big things with two of her biggest rivals now
Yeah.
because
Yep.
she's still involved with EO, and now
Yep.
Liv has that other belt.
Yep.
And for me, when those three especially are around the main event scene, gold. So I'm really, really excited to see what happens and which direction they go with
But
this.
isn't Rhea now on SmackDown?
Yeah,
What's that?
Isn't Rhea now on SmackDown?
I don't know if Mark did you watch Raw last night, Mark?
No.
Yeah, I think he's
Okay.
on. I think she's on SmackDown now. She was
Yeah,
saying
no,
goodbye
they
to
had a whole
Io.
segment. Yeah, when she
Yeah.
Rhea cried. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna change the channel now.
and then they made and then they made out.
Yeah, they went into this
Man,
dark
I don't
room.
know. That's that weird ass. They're like doing like it feels like they're doing like a Mina Shirakawa, Tony Storm kind of thing
Oh my
because they have
God.
like they're basically
Yeah.
lovers. Like, are y'all trying to do the same thing with Asuka and Rhea? Like, what's go with Io and Rhea? Like, what's going on? Because like 9 times out of 10, I feel like, are y'all gonna make out or something? Why is she on your shoulder? Why is Rhea
Why you got
carrying
the?
you
They're like
around
cuddling.
everywhere?
They're like cuddling in front of the camera and
All the
everything.
What's gonna be interesting is that they tried to make Rhea heel. It didn't work at all because she just
Yeah.
became mommy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I guess she's not heel. They cheered her throughout the whole heel Judgment Day run. Like she could not be a bad guy.
I
How
think
the
the
hell,
only
how the hell
I
are they
think
gonna
the
do this with Io?
if they were gonna turn Rhea heel, the best time to do it would have been when she was with Io because Io's so beloved. If like
Yeah,
Rhea turned on Io
and
and like
beat the
destroyed
shit out
Rhea,
of her.
Just
Yeah, bro.
especially with the motivation being that Rhea can't beat Io,
Yeah,
she still
that
hasn't.
would have worked.
yeah,
That
yeah.
would
She
have
And
still
worked.
hasn't. She still
Io's
hasn't.
adorable.
Still
Io's
hasn't.
She
adorable.
still hasn't beat. She still hasn't beat Io. And now she has the title, and now they're in that weird friendship. So it might just happen. I just want to see if it's actually gonna work. Turning Rhea heel.
Yeah,
Rhea is one of those so overs that's
it's
just like, well,
hard.
what do I
It's really
do
tough.
to get
Yeah, it's
get
really
you to hate this
tough.
bitch?
Yeah, it's
Jesus.
really tough.
So it might take an Io, that beloved Io.
It
So
would have to. Yeah, I think it would have to be
yeah,
something like that.
But she got a whole new playground now.
yeah.
Yep.
She got a whole new playground. So I hope they have some pretty good. They have some good feuds coming her way.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully they don't do like a throwaway feud with her and with Rhea and Michin or some dumb shit. Ugh. Anyway. All right. So
Teach him better, bro.
next we've got the next to last match that we're discussing, the night one main event. Cody Rhodes and Randy
Randy.
Orton.
Randy.
Yeah, what did you guys think of this one?
I was confused.
Yeah.
I was confused. Like
Very confusing match.
I didn't understand the psychology of the match. I think they've realized that hey, this Pat McAfee shit is not working, so they got rid of him early in the match, which I loved. So for a good time, for a good minute, it was just Randy and Cody just wrestling. But it seemed like all throughout the match, Cody was the heel because it looked like
Yep.
Randy was hurt and he was just he wasn't cheating, but he was very heelish. He was attacking the back with the part that Randy was injured, and the blood, and he was like wiping Randy's blood on him, and it was very heelish. And Cody won, which was, I think it was, in hindsight, I think it was a good move because nobody saw that coming. Everybody just was, oh, come on, Randy's gonna win with all they're doing. And plus, what Pat McAfee said, if Randy loses, I'm not coming back. So, and it seemed like they all had big plans for after this feud. So I don't know. And then after that, with Cody winning, Randy attacked him. So who's the
Mm-hmm.
heel in this? He punk kicked him.
Yeah.
But if you look at the whole story, I think everybody needs to pay more attention to what this kind of story that they're telling about Cody.
Yes.
That because he's champion, all his friends are slowly turning on him. And
Yep.
I don't know if you saw last night's Raw.
Yep.
It looked like CM Punk was going for the title now.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily. I don't think he's going for the title. He kept saying, "You just never know when a title opportunity is going to fall from the sky." And then
Exactly.
they played Cody's music though. He didn't. You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, okay, wow, that
I,
was
I
pretty
think
telling.
I think they're setting up Cody versus CM Punk for next WrestleMania.
I'm on the
Yeah,
same track
they
with
haven't
that.
gone there yet.
I'm on the
Yes.
same track with that idea, but I don't
Uh-huh.
think. But first, before I keep going, but I don't want to lose that thought where you just said that Cody's friends are turning against him.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a small part of it in the crack in Cody's mind, but I think there's a bigger menace at play here because out of the blue, they just started mentioning all Cody's roads to WrestleMania, every WrestleMania match. We just started mentioning that, and it wasn't just us; the world's mentioning it. Cody started mentioning it. They're just planting these little stories, I think, in our head for a bigger troll, bigger story. Where it's like, who's sabotaging Cody?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's trying to sabotage Cody Rhodes? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, what is happening here? What was the point of this whole Pat McAfee thing? Was that to sabotage Cody? Holy shit, that's crazy. But Cody's still victorious all the
Uh-huh.
time. He's still victorious.
But he's
So
getting a little bit darker
he's getting a
after
little bit
every
tired.
win.
Yeah.
You yourself, the heel, said the same thing about his last wrestle. You're like, that was kind of heelish, Cody. Like, you know what I mean? Like the what he was doing to Drew, certain things. I'm like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think they're gonna. You're right. I think they're telling a bigger story, but I don't think it
Uh-huh.
just was his friends turning on him. That's a part of the game. You know, if you're a
Uh-huh.
champion, you're gonna fight your friends.
Uh-huh.
You know, so. I think Randy attacking him and kicking him at the end is going to be the rivalry to. I don't know if it's going to be that's a long time till SummerSlam. I don't know if they're going to be that long of a rivalry, but I think it's going to be Randy and Orton, and I think they're going to finally go back to the original story we wanted to see. So I like the ending. I think Cody should have won. No, actually, I was wrong. I thought Randy was gonna win, but I'm actually think it's a good idea that Cody won.
Um, I don't know what the hell to think. I don't know what to make of the match, of the finish, of any of it.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't. I genuinely don't. I didn't like the match. Like as a match, I didn't like the match. I didn't think it was a good match,
It was all
particularly.
over the place.
Um, it 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 was brutal, but not entertaining. That's hard to do. Like that's really hard to have
Showed a
like a
lot of blood.
grueling, yeah, to have like a grueling match where you get real fucked up, but it's not good. Like that's what I think that was. Um, and I think it's an example of WWE embracing its sloppy booking. Like, what the hell are you doing? It's just so that later on they'll stumble into something and say, "Hey, you know what? We had this planned the whole time." No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Y'all love messy booking that leaves a million different threads so that later on you just stumble into something and say, like, look, see, we knew what we were doing all along. And that
Yeah.
reeks of this for me. It reeks of it. It reeks of it. Like if they end up going into Cody and Randy's history because things now all of a sudden have been ratcheted up, then I'll be like, well, fuck you guys, because you could have done this from the beginning. Like, and that's the thing that I just don't like is that WWE has this habit of asking me to not believe what I'm seeing and not believe what I'm thinking and to believe when they tell me something is great and to believe when they tell me, oh, this is epic. Like it's not. Just because you say it is, it's not. And that main event did not feel epic to me. It felt confusing.
Mad
Yeah.
confusing.
And
And then
confusing.
Orton is standing tall at the end of the thing.
So it's not
What?
over. So it's not
Yeah,
over.
like
No, it's not over at all.
I wasn't a fan of it. And moving forward, I'm just confused. So
Yeah.
And
yeah,
yeah, and it's gonna be a hell of a turn when it does happen. And I love this slow burn. I do love this slow burn, but that was a confusing ass match.
very much so. All right, boys. Last match of the night. Last match of the show. Last match of WrestleMania weekend. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk.
Yep.
Now, I like to say, just starting off, I cannot stand Roman Reigns. And I don't like CM Punk either. I think I've said it multiple times. Like, is there a way they could both lose? But somebody had to win. We knew it was gonna be Roman. Like, let's be real. That being said, one of the great show closing WrestleMania main events ever, honestly. That was pro wrestling. That was one of the things I loved about that match. CM Punk taking his raps, his bloody
Yeah.
raps, and then throw him. The ref got to pick it up, and he kicked it. I loved it because CM Punk
Yes,
talked
yeah,
so much about how he loved Eddie Guerrero, and he
yep,
has that story how he talks
Mm.
about. I thought I understood pro wrestling, and then I got in the ring with Eddie Guerrero,
yeah.
and he talks about all the things he learned from him, and like that little move, I was like, that's an Eddie Guerrero move.
That
But
is
if
an
you
Eddie
know about
Guerrero
CM
move.
Punk, yeah, you know about CM Punk, you know that Eddie Guerrero's a huge influence. Huge influence. So it was just cinema. That main event was cinema. It was great. It was a story of and that whole thing about Punk being old, even that they folded it into it. Because
Yeah.
ultimately, at the end of the match, why did Punk lose? Because he just didn't have enough gas.
Mhm.
That's it.
He just didn't have enough gas.
That's
When he
it.
needed to hit that next gear, it just wasn't there.
Couldn't do it.
And Roman Reigns was telling the story even throughout the match. It's like, I'm gonna tire you out, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
get you. I just gotta outlast you. If I can outlast you, is you're done. And that's what he did. And I thought it was just really, really, it was great work from two
If
men that I am not a fan of whatsoever. But it was beautifully done.
you know, if I didn't hate Roman Reigns so much, that match, if I didn't hate Roman Reigns so much, that aspect would be my favorite thing about Roman Reigns. The
Hmm.
shit he talks during the match.
Hmm.
He'll be like, yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just like, Jesus Christ, like, you know what I
He's
mean? I'm
like, this
like,
is what
that's
I got out of bed
this
for.
is what I gotta do. This is what I gotta do. He's talking to the crowd. This is what I gotta deal with.
Like, you see what I got to deal with?
I
Yeah.
do. I just hate who it's coming from. I'll
Yeah.
always hate Roman Reigns, but
I love you for that. I
I
love you for
love.
that.
Yeah,
Solidarity.
I can't do it. But I do. I came into it not that much of a fan of CM Punk because he, just like Seth and Oblonga, he broke my heart when you broke my heart, Punk. You was
Oh,
He
talking
really
mad
did.
shit.
yeah.
He broke my heart, but man, I love him again, dude. I ordered one of his shirts. Yeah, that was an amazing match, and I'm not gonna say Punk carried that match. They both did their thing. Roman didn't have any help.
Yes.
Roman Reigns
Yes.
won clean.
Very surprising.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
shocked. And he gave Punk the business. Punk gave it back. That was a great match, guys.
Yeah.
Great match. And I don't like the outcome. I think Punk should have held the title, but it seems like Punk is on to other things because even his whole attitude last night on Raw was like, okay, that's not a man that just lost a major match.
Yeah.
That's a man that did his thing and he's like, all right, man, that's not my night. I'm moving on,
Yeah.
which is that's awesome. So
And
that
Roman
was,
Reigns said that he's going to be around for the summer, so I'm guessing that he's going to be on TV
and he's
regularly.
already right. So I'm like, holy shit, okay. So and if that's the case, then that might make me turn just a little bit of Roman Reigns because that means he truly does understand the business. That's the workhorse title. I don't need anyone being having that title that's not going to wrestle at least. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or
You
give
should be
me a
defending
match
that
on
title at
Mondays.
every PLE.
Talk
Yeah.
shit
Give
every
me a
Monday.
match.
I need
Yeah.
you there, dude. I
Give
need
me
you
a
there.
match every now and then on Monday night
That's
or
a
something.
Seth Rollins. That's a CM Punk. That's a Gunther title. Don't come in there and I don't see you on. The fact that he said that, I'm like, all right, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. So,
Um, it was a great match. But while I was watching that match, I kept on remembering that story that CM Punk said when he was preparing to face the Shield or something like that. And I think it was like a four corners match or something like that, and they kept on telling him, "You got to make Roman look strong. You got to make Roman look strong," and to the point that he blew up and he got upset about it. And I feel like that's what he did in night two at WrestleMania. Um, I think CM Punk gave Roman Reigns probably his best match ever.
Yeah,
I
he
think
didn't cheat.
Roman Reigns couldn't have a match like that with anybody else unless it's like somebody like maybe Seth Rollins or maybe AJ Styles.
AJ. Yeah.
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 To like that match was CM Punk all the way. And I think it was his love letter to to wrestling. And props, and people even don't talk about this, but his entrance was super hard.
Yeah, it was
That was
dope.
mad hard, son.
But they were showing, well, first they showed him on top of the whole building. That was crazy.
That
And
was
then
wild.
they gave a video package, but while they were showing the video package, they were showing him walking to the ring in that all white jacket that was dope as fuck,
Playing his Ring of Honor music.
playing his Ring of Honor music. That shit was mad hard.
And you know damn well Triple H said, "Yo, so what do you want to do about this entrance?" And Punk just said, "I already got the entrance. Here you go."
Yeah.
That was all Punk. I could tell.
Yeah, dude.
That's one thing
He's
I give Punk credit for. Like even with his entrance, Punk loves callbacks and he
Mm-hmm.
loves nostalgia. Like
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk does a lot of shit that is like, oh, you just took this straight from Harley Race. Like it's not even like an innovation of it. It's like, no, 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 this is something Harley Race did. And CM
Yeah.
Punk also does it.
Yeah.
And he talks about that. And I like that's one thing I that's something I've always liked about his wrestling is that he pays a lot of homage. And even in the storyline, he pays a lot of homage. Like I love the fact that he used his Ring of Honor music. I loved it
Mm-hmm.
you know. And even throughout the match, there were just things that he did. There was shit that he did from their handicap match because a lot of people forget CM Punk had a handicap match against all three members of the Shield. It was one
yeah.
of his last matches before he left, and he
Mhm.
won that match.
Mm-hmm.
And there were things that he did in that match that he did in the match against Roman Reigns. So I like the callback. I really did, and that's something that I've always enjoyed about his wrestling and what he does for sure.
Yeah, man.
I do
Watching
agree.
CM.
I like what you said with the heel. That was his love letter. It kind of felt like he was saying to them, "You should have been put me here 10 years
Yeah,
ago." Like this is yeah, because he was like even on Raw, he was just such a like, yeah, of course that was an amazing match. I'm CM Punk. This would have been happening. What are you guys talking about? You should have been did this. And I'm like, okay. So I do agree with you a lot. Yeah, I think that was him showing off. Like, nah, man.
Oh, this is a master at work.
hmm hmm
Like I do this, Pete. I do this. I've been doing this for how many years? Of course, I'm gonna have a top five, a 5-star match at
Against
WrestleMania.
your paper champion. So
yep,
Exactly.
your
I'm gonna put
plastic
him on my
champion.
back and kill this shit. Sit back
yep.
and relax for 30 minutes. I'm gonna give you
I
that
got
real
you.
shit. I'm
I
gonna
Yeah, I
give
know
you
got
that
Roman.
real,
you.
I
and that's what
know.
exactly what he did.
I know Roman went back there, but like, yo, bro, thank you. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Thank you for giving me
and
the greatest match of my life. I appreciate it.
and him collapsing, that was, and him looking so tired that he couldn't do anything else. That was all kayfabe because after the match, when the show was over, he was playing around
Yeah,
outside the
The
ring,
back, I
pretending
remember.
that he was collapsing.
he was
He
dying.
hugged his
Yeah,
family. Yo,
yeah,
bro, I
Yeah.
do this. I could have another match if I wanted to right
God damn.
now,
Bro, he had like a
bro.
string of 60-minute matches. So they're like, dude, what? Like 5 years or 4 or 5, like 10. They're like, what are you doing? You
This
Yeah,
trying to
brother
kill
went off the
yourself?
top rope, elbow through the table. Come on.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was wild. I remember when he
yeah.
tried to, didn't he do that to Brock and it
Yeah.
didn't break?
He he did it to. I don't remember. I don't know if it didn't break, but he did it to the Undertaker. With Brock, he did the top
Oh,
chair with. He did the
that's right.
top
That's
rope
right.
with the fucking chair.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was crazy. That was
Dude,
crazy.
This man, 85 years old, giving you a 5-star match.
No,
Yeah.
he started the match. He was 50. It
Yeah.
was towards the
His
match. He turned
120-year-old
85.
ass.
Like,
His
whoa.
Exactly.
120-year-old ass pulling a match out of Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Exactly,
CM
bro.
Punk is 140 years old. What the
Exactly,
fuck?
bro. But like, I kind of
No,
wanna, I kind of.
you just reminded me of Cameron. He was like, "You 37 years old. I'll open the Daily News and how the King of New York rocking chancletas with jeans. Open,
Chancletas.
open toe
Chancletas.
chancletas with
Open
jeans
toe
on."
chancletas.
What the?
And he's 52 years old. I'm like, what? Is he 36 or is he 52, Cam?
Yo.
Yeah,
Yo,
but anyway.
yo, man. Like, yeah, bro.
Yeah, son.
It
So
was it was
that
it
was
was
an
great
amazing
stuff.
match.
And
Good stuff.
I'm ready for the next chapter, bro. I'm tired. I'm kind of over this face CM Punk. I'm ready for a heel CM Punk now. I think he's done whatever he could do as a face. He's been a
Yeah.
face for a very long. He's been
Good.
a face for a
And
for a
and
long
you know
time
this
now.
was a good and
Since he's been back.
he got a good solid title reign.
Run. Yep.
Like he had good defenses, great match against Roman Reigns. Like it was just a really, really good, really solid run.
Yep.
Don't forget
Solid
his
run.
bouts with Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
Which I
Like,
don't think it's over. I
it's
think
not
Seth
over.
Rollins is
Hell no, it's
It's
not
not over.
over.
The minute he
Seth
comes
Hell
Rollins
back
no, it
at
ain't
Raw, the
over.
minute he comes back to Raw, it's back on.
Seth Rollins might retire CM Punk.
I'd love that.
Maybe,
I'd
maybe
love
I could
that.
see that
I
happening.
can see that happening. I
Yeah,
can
because
see
he ain't
this
gonna be
That'd
around
be
for much
flipping.
longer,
crazy.
man.
I think Seth Rollins is going to have to deal with Roman Reigns first, and then CM Punk might be a little down the line.
I don't know who's gonna retire. Maybe Nathan Frazier because he trained him can retire Seth. I don't know. We'll see.
That would
Who?
be cool.
Oh, and I'm just
Nathan
joking with you.
Frazier.
I know
Nathan
who Nathan
Frazier
Frazier is.
is
I know
like
who.
he's like a tiny turbocharged Seth Rollins.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
He is.
yeah. I
Or
like
maybe
Braun too.
Braun. Maybe Braun might retire Seth.
Well,
I
we'll
don't
see,
know.
man. I think we're a few years away from that talk.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
CM Punk
Thankfully.
definitely
But
still has a lot, and Seth has a bunch.
yeah.
I need to see
So
Seth as the face champion. If Roman got the World
One more
Heavyweight
time.
Championship, I need to see Seth with that Universal Championship too. One more time, sorry.
yeah,
He
it's
gotta
gonna be
handle
a
Vision. He gotta handle Vision business first.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yep.
I
yeah.
think it's gonna be a while before Seth becomes in the title picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Honestly.
he's got a lot. Yeah, he's got a lot of business he's
Yeah.
got to take care of. He got to take a Braun Breaker. He
Yeah.
got to
I
take care of the
also
rest of the division. Bronson Reed hasn't come back.
yes,
He's gonna have
that's
to deal
true.
with Bronson Reed too when he eventually comes back. So yeah, there's a lot for Seth to do.
And I think he's
There's a
gonna come
lot for
back
Seth
for
to do.
I think he's gonna come back for Gunther. You
I think
know?
Problem.
so
I
too.
wouldn't be
So
surprised if he came back. If he came back for Gunther
I
either.
think so too.
Seth,
Yeah.
don't forget.
I do
You
have a
don't
feel.
forget.
I have a feeling CM Punk is not going to go anywhere. Even when after he's retired, he's going to be backstage
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
for
yeah.
a long, long time.
Oh yeah.
I think CM Punk is
Yeah.
with, barring if he gets in his feelings at any point, but I think he's with WWE for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
I think I think he's gonna take on the Daniel Bryan, like what Daniel Bryan is doing with AEW. I think you're just
AEW
gonna see
now,
CM Punk.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Like CM Punk is gonna be back there. He's gonna be part of creative. He's gonna be part of decision making, producing matches, booking. He's gonna be part of all that. He
All of
definitely
them.
is.
All of them.
Definitely.
Cody, Seth,
Yep.
Punk. I see all of
Definitely.
them working over there.
Yeah. And I
But
mean, if this match was an indication of how things would be booked with Punk, then okay.
yeah, I think so too.
All right.
But
All right, boys.
all
So
right, guys.
that was our review. Unless you guys
On
got anything else you want to
WrestleMania.
put out there.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
Yeah,
Like
as
and
always,
subscribe.
Like and
like and subscribe.
guys.
So yeah, until next time, we appreciate your time. Again, like, subscribe. Are you doing it? Are you doing it? I don't
Do
think
it
they're doing
now.
it.
Do
They're
it
not doing
now.
it. Do it
Do
now.
it now.
Do it
Do it
now.
now.
No!